A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to UBC Lunchtime News on this 14th day of November 2024. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto to bring you this afternoon's news bulletin. And we start off with our first enlightening story this afternoon. Kisoro District is holding a by-election to fill the Women Member of Parliament seat left vacant following the death of the former MP and State Minister for Defence and Veteran Affairs, Lauryn Masika Kazimoto, in early September. Now, on ground, voting is ongoing. In some areas, high turn-up voters and has been experienced in the early mornings, but expected to rise in the afternoon.
Okay, abakecuru muhagamuke. I'm Kaba Generous. I'm the NRM flag bearer for the Kisoro District Woman Member of Parliament seat. I'm happy that today has come. We have been waiting for this day, and from casting my vote, I'm praying hard that today is successful. And as I know, and the people of Kisoro know, that we vote NRM 100%. I'm expecting by end of the day, at least, that the NRM party will take the lead. For the people of Kisoro and the country, I'm calling everybody, especially those in Kisoro who have not gone to the polling stations, kindly go to your polling stations and cast your vote as early as possible. And I'm praying hard that the day goes on well. By the end of the day, we expect a win and a celebration thereafter. So good. We have I've been calling all my agents and coordinators all over the district. We have not had a serious challenge. Only that there is likely to be low voter turnout because many polling stations, like they have reported really low voter turnout. Even here, as I have voted, I see the line is small, but maybe people will come. We urge people to come before the time of closing the polling station comes. But what I have witnessed is like people are still few at this time, but we expect people really to come to vote.
My name is Sajata Shalvega. We are here to witness the exercise taking place, the election for Women Member of Parliament for Kisoro District. It's going on very well. We think we have done good sensitization, both the stakeholders and the staff, the people that we're working with. We started on time for the polling stations that where I have been. All of them by 7 were there. The materials were delivered very, very early. And therefore, the 10 voters, it's only one polling station where the 10 voters could not be raised by 7 o'clock. They were there by about 7:05, and they witnessed the opening of the boxes, and the voting started. It's going on very well. What's your message?
Now, Mutoni Hilda gives us some of the facts in Kisoro.
The district has 5 constituencies, 24 sub-counties, 72 parishes, and 322 villages. The district is holding a by-election to fill the Woman Member of Parliament seat left vacant following the death of former MP and State Minister for Defence and Veteran Affairs, Lauryn Masika Kazimoto, in early September. A total of 162,189 registered voters are expected to participate, with women comprising 56%, 90,808 voters, and men 44%, which is 71,381 voters. There are 322 polling stations where voting that began at 7 a.m. and is scheduled to end at 4 p.m. is taking place. During the National Resistance Movement primaries, Rose Kabajenyi, was declared the flag bearer with 39,941 votes, narrowly defeating Grace Ngabirano Akifeza, who received 39,197 votes. The by-election has attracted 6 candidates: Grace Ngabirano Akifeza, Independent; Rose Kabajenyi, NRM; Juliet Musanase, FDC; Aisha Chimpaye, PPP; Sultana Salim Tana, NOP; Mabel Ngabire, UPC.
Now, the women in Bunyoro region have been urged to embrace the generating growth opportunities and productivity for women enterprises, grow projects and plan wisely. GROW is a government project of Uganda that was created in order to respond to the women's needs who want to grow their businesses. Women in Bunyoro region have been warned against being used by their husbands or boyfriends to borrow money on their behalf under GROW project. Now, in the message that was led by the State Minister for Youth, Balam Barugahara, who represented Betty Amongi, Minister of Gender, Balam warned the beneficiaries not to misuse this money.
100 billion from World Bank. The same World Bank is building for your ICU in Hoima Referral Hospital. So they gave us 800 billion. That money is a grant. It is money to get women, young women and women in business out of poverty. They want to make loans easier for women who are doing business. So they have brought that money for women, not men. So don't go and apply as a man, it's only women. Oh yeah, from 4 million up to 200 million. However, we have discovered several complaints. People go to the bank, at Post Bank, and they tell them the money is finished. The money can never be finished, but they want something small. So do not give anything. If someone tells you who are borrowing, and women, don't marry men when you get this money. Many women, when they get 200 million, they want to marry 4 men. So do not, yes? No, women are marrying because they have money, they have 200 million. That money is to make you get out of poverty, is to make you get capital at an affordable interest rate.
Banks that are in the city to give us an accountability of how many they have so far given money and who are they and where are they. We had a meeting last month and we tasked them to provide us a list of recipients of this money such that we go and start profiling them and we start tracking their status from before absorbing this money, how they are implementing it, such that we can be able to tell that success story on how this money has been used to transform their livelihoods. And we have invest the money in right businesses or in the businesses they are doing to make sure they grow.
Chikube District Council has resolved to petition the President to provide information on the disappearance of Michael Ayiranga. The motion has been presented by the Male Workers Councillor, Nicholas Kiza, who underscored the roles of Ayiranga in the development of the district and the region at large, both in communities and the NRM party. Ayiranga allegedly went missing on the 3rd of October 2024, and the district leaders claim they have tried to locate him, but in vain. In his submission, Honorable Nicholas says the council should write a petition to the President for intervention.
Item 7, to discuss the matter and potential causes of action. Last, Mr. Speaker, sir, immediate intervention from the security agencies to locate Mr. Ayiranga Christopher Michael and ensure his safe return.
Engage that person is going to speak on behalf of the district chairpersons to present a petition to the Fountain of Honor. Ayiranga is our all, and therefore we cannot be at ease when he goes missing. He's a resident.
Missing? Mr. Speaker, we request that whoever has information, the whereabouts of Mr. Ayiranga, should reveal to us as stakeholders, as families, friends, and the entire district. Mr. Speaker, sir, we request that the President to pardon Mr. Iranga, as it is alleged that he was arrested by the operatives from the office of the President.
He will pardon. Iranga is a strong pillar of Lebanon, more especially in the Bunyoro region, and the nation at large. Maybe something could be have gone wrong as a Bunyoro. We ask for forgiveness. Still, we need to engage our area.
UBC Lunchtime News. Now, the International Day of Persons with Disability has been held for the first time at Makerere University, breaking the barrier and unlocking potential for persons with disability, mainly among university students. The ceremony attracted over 200 university students across the country with the theme Empowering Inclusion. We have the report.
Well, it is enough.
Persons with disability has been held for the first time at Makerere University, breaking the barrier and unlocking potential for persons with disability, mainly among university students.
In yourself, you must break the barriers of inferiority complex and begin showing people that you have the potential, and that's the theme we have here. So when people get to know that you have a potential, they will begin including you.
Of person with disability, Honorable Asamo Helen Grace, who was the guest of honor, advocated for supportive community where everyone strives regardless of their ability, pledging more support.
Very few disabled students on private. Why doesn't government take care of them? And I want to say, as government, we shall have to look at it and see, because we are saying education for all. But these children who are usually disabled also come from families which are poor. So meaning that it has a double jeopardy. So I think I'll pick that point and I need to take it up and see how we can support children, all learners with disabilities.
For the government to support natives with more disability centers and to offer equal opportunities to persons with disability in schools was made.
By the Honorable Thomas Tayewa, which is supposed to be a one-stop center to support students with disability so that they don't have to go to so many places looking for support. We want to think that students can go to that one-stop center and get all the support that they require. We also say that there is increased awareness of the need to support our students with disability, as was envisaged as was seen during the marathon. This year, our marathon, the theme was running for students with disability.
Competition in the job market, government was tasked to provide more scholarships and jobs to people with disability in order to improve on inclusivity.
Aiming at creating an environment where every Makererian feels the duty to make the lives of both staff and students with disabilities better. And as such, ladies and gentlemen, we are implementing inclusive policies, including the policy for persons, the Makerere University policies for persons with disability.
They can do. So it is important that we appreciate them.
We are trying to make a gesture that these people are part of society and they need to be embraced, they need to be supported, and they also need to be celebrated because of the different abilities they possess. A disability is not an inability.
Now, Savira, UBC News.
Now, UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break, but return with more stories after these messages.
Uganda fire! Uganda! This is it! Bring that fire like never before! As Uganda Cranes takes on South Africa on 15th November at 4 p.m. Our Nambole! one more win. Gatugenda wa AFCON 2025. No panya, no calculator. Nkubidoni, wacha wewe. Katugwe chicho. Buy your ticket using Momo at only 25k for ordinary. Atema abakashi. Ordinary goes for 30k, 50k for VIP, and 150k for Mbare Platinum. Each ticket comes with a free train ride to Nampole. Get your tickets from MTN service centers at Jaberodi, Zebra House, Crested Towers, and Clock Tower. To avoid delays, or simply scan the code on your smartphone for easy entry into the stadium. Oh, why? Remember, no physical tickets will be issued or sold at Nambole. Proudly brought to you by MTN, the #1 supporter of Uganda's football. Together, we are unstoppable.
Uganda, are you ready to kick things up to the next level? The Uganda National Lottery brings you Sports Take 10. Predict the results of 10 football games and win big. With tickets at only 500 shillings, join the fun and make your predictions count with Sports Take 10. Sports Take 10, your ticket to football glory.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
To be a winner, you must have the discipline of a tiger. But when fueled with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Congratulations! Your car is happy, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
The Ministry of Health informs the general public that there are some cases of Mpox detected in Uganda. The ministry, working with partners and affected district local governments, are doing their best to contain the situation. The signs and symptoms of Mpox are body rash, fever, general body weakness, headache, sore throat, nasal congestion or cough, and swollen lymph nodes. You can prevent yourself from getting infected with Mpox by avoiding close contact with people who have been confirmed to have Mpox or who have signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding touching or sharing personal items like beddings, eating utensils, phones, or other belongings of a person who has the signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding contact, including eating with all wild animals, alive or dead, especially those known to carry the virus, such as rodents and monkeys, and those that appear sick or have been found dead. Getting vaccinated if you're among those who have been identified to be at high risk of Mpox infection. Mpox is treatable and usually goes away after 2 to 4 weeks. However, it can be severe, causing even death, especially among children, pregnant women, and those with other health conditions. For more information and support, contact your nearest health worker. Call the Ministry of Health's toll-free line on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500.
A very good afternoon and welcome back from that break. You're still here on UBC Lunchtime News. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto. Now with me in studio this afternoon we have two representatives from a particular region. Actually it's really broad and we're talking about education. Have you ever heard of the saying that education is the key to success? Well, yes, we're going to discuss that this particular afternoon. And with me in studio, actually, I'll allow my guests to introduce themselves. And we start with the gentleman right next to me.
Thank you so much, Lauryn. My name is Milton Kamotu Wasungui. By God's grace, I'm the district chairperson, Lula District. Thank you for welcoming us.
Welcome to UBC Television.
Thank you so much, Lauryn. My name is Phoebe Luvango. And I work with Arlington Academy of Hope in Bududa, and I'm the Director of Secondary School Planning, the school that is coming next year in February.
Oh, it's coming next year in February. Okay.
Good to be here.
Welcome to UBC Television. Now, before we get into the education status in Bududa district, you talked about Arlington and you talked about a new secondary school. Could you give us a brief history of, because I can see that there's a primary school and now you're going into secondary school education. Could you give us a brief history of Arlington Academy of Hope in Bududa?
Yes, Lauryn. Arlington Academy of Hope is found in Bududa district and started in 2004 by John and Joyce Wanda, and these are sons of the soil. They went to US like anyone else. They are immigrants, but they are citizens in USA. When they went to USA, they decided to give back to the community where they are born. So what they felt was good was to bring back the best or quality education in the background where they were born and grew up. So this was the need at that time. When they reached in the US, they looked at the education standards in the US, and they looked back home where they grew up and studied from. Joyce grew up in Amsindwa, John grew up in Bududa. But when they looked at the education in the US, where their children were studying, they felt they need to give back to their community. And that's when they met with their friends in USA, in Virginia. They started speaking to them. And that's when the idea of Arlington Academy of Hope started in 2004. Today, the program have grown, and it has over 1,000 students that is supporting across from primary to university. Other than that, our founders, John and Joyce, they have had other programs in the community. That's community empowerment. There's microfinance for women. We have also other programs, that outreach programs that support government programs, because there was a high demand. There are also other programs in Kahoro Town Council, where we have programs called Kahoro Urban Initiative, which is going on. That program supports the community around it in terms of developing their businesses. And we have also other programs that are coming up, like a secondary school, but we have the two health centers. That's Beatrice Tian Health Center in Matua, and then Beatrice Tian Health Center 2 in Umarukani. All those programs are to help the community, to help the children who go to school actually in supporting government programs. For example, our clinics treat over 30,000 people over a year, compared probably to Bududa Hospital, which is in the community. So these two people, with their friends in the US, supported by a very good board, they have changed the Bududa district in terms of education, health, and economic empowerment. And the children who go to our program, they are helped from primary school, which is called the Arlington Engineer School, which is the best school in Bududa. Across the district, we are the best. But then we help them through outreach programs in government schools. So we have about 26 programs, 26 schools that are helped by Arlington Academy of Hope in different fields. 26 schools. 26 schools. Wow. That is in Namisindwa, Bududa, and Manafa. And Namisindwa is where Joyce, the wife of John, is born, and Bududa where John Wanda is born. So these two people,
have transformed the whole region. Originally, Mbali was part of it, but because of some few challenges, it is not down. But these programs have transformed the whole region in Bududa through education. And these children are supported from primary to university, including tertiary. And we have graduated over 300 students across. And we have success stories. We have engineers. Right now, we have a student in Canada who is doing a PhD in nuclear pharmacy.
Wow, that's
She's
amazing.
called Nandutu Masi. And these were vulnerable children whose parents were very poor, that they cannot afford education at all.
Yes.
So John and Joyce's are coming to help their community where they grew up. These are also just ordinary people. They chose to build a school or to build schools, build clinics to help their community, instead of choosing to build hotels and other institutions that for benefit of money.
This is amazing. Over 20 years of changing lives of so many people in Bududa district. That's amazing. Now over to you, Milton. What is the education status of Bududa district as a whole?
Thank you so much, Lauryn. Education status in Bududa, I can say generally not very good, though it is not the worst. But that's why we have development partners like this to intervene. Generally, we have 89 primary schools in Bududa. These are government-aided schools, and we also have 77 private schools, including NGO. Arlington Academy of Hope is one of the schools that have lifted the image of the district, and want to appreciate the efforts of these development partners, especially our own John Wanda and Joyce Wanda. These are from our district. They are born in the area, they studied here, and when they went out, they were able to bring back something for the community to appreciate. So generally, we have about 8 secondary schools in Bududa. These are government aided, and about 4 private. We have only one vocational institution. We don't have any other. And this is not government, this is private again. So, as you know, there's a lot of change, especially in skilling the youth. So we need a lot of vocational institutions. Unfortunately, we didn't have any, apart from the one which was given by one NGO. Now, when Arlington comes on board with this new project called Hawthorne Scribner High School Bududa, it is offering secondary education and also offering vocation. And we feel that the youth are going to be impacted with hands-on skills that can help them not only to be job seekers, but to be job creators of themselves. So we believe this is going to change our youth. It's going to create an opportunity for employment. We are going to reduce on crime rates in the district. And we believe that it is going to be a spur of development in terms of infrastructure. We are looking at things like improved road networks in the district as a result of improved education systems. We are also looking at research. People will come from all over the world to do research in Bududa and to come up with very innovative IT skills that can be able to combat some of the challenges that we're experiencing in Bududa. For example, Landsat. I believe many people now are watching me thinking that I'm going to talk about Landsat, which has happened in Bududa. This time, I'm assuring the whole country that Bududa is not to be known for only landslides. We have the potential of education. When you look in the whole country, Bududa grows the best coffee. That is Arabica coffee.
Yes.
And we're going to develop this product. We have Mount Elgon National Park, which is a tourism attraction. We have bananas, and we're blending these bananas into wine and other foodstuffs that can be used. So the coming of this education institution in Bududa is going to help other sister schools in primary, both government and private, to be able to work collaboratively so that they can improve on their status of education. So Bududa is not going to be the same. We're going to improve on our health. We are going to improve on our infrastructure. I've talked about it. More especially, the biggest challenge that we have that has actually deterred development in Bududa is the road network. We have Ebuburo, Bududa Satura Road, which is 28.5 kilometers. This is a gateway to Bududa. It is the only road that leads to Bududa and connects Bududa to the whole world. Unfortunately, as I talk now, it is in a very sorry state, and we are appealing to the government strongly that they should do something about this. If they want Bududa to come out of this syndrome of landslides, let's develop the road network so that we can be able to send our children to better schools. We can be able to get friends who come to intervene and help us to mitigate some of the effects of this landslide. Our population growth rate is so high, 4.5% per annum, above the average. And yet our land acreage is very minimal. We have 317 square kilometers. Out of that, 40% is covered by the national park. So we're having only 60%. And out of the 60%, when you divide by the number of population, which is about 300,000, we are having a high population density, over 1,000 per square kilometer. And this is the one which is causing a lot of pressure on the encroachment of the environment, especially the forest. And as we overuse our soils and encroach on the natural resources, they will end up having landslide, mudslide, which have caused a lot of havoc in the district. So we believe that the only way to transform Bududa is through education.
Oh yeah.
Once our children are educated, empowered with the skills and the knowledge, they will not be able to encroach on the natural resources. They will get better avenues to come to Kampala to move. And this particular school that we are talking about is going to be a focal point for us to turn things around so that people can appreciate the importance of education.
True.
And we're going to attract people from everywhere. People should not be coming to Bududa to witness landslides. People should be coming to Bududa to seek knowledge, so that they can be able to go back and say, yes, this is Bududa. This is the way to go.
I like that. Now over to you, Phoebe. Arlington Academy has been regarded one of the top schools in Bududa. How have you managed to maintain this standards?
So it was from the start of Arlington Academy of Hope as an organization in 2004. Because of the need the head, chairman has just mentioned, we started a school when their performance at that time was about 10% pass rate in primary school. And when we started a school, Bududa was at the bottom. So we started the systems from the start, and we built a school competing with other schools outside Bududa, not Bududa. So from the onset, we built a school with a standard, and we started with the teachers. So we began with well-trained or high-qualified teachers at the time, and we have maintained that one. For us, our teachers, each teacher who teaches at Arlington Junior School or in our schools, because I told you we have two schools, one in Matua and one in Bududa, they are graduates. So you come there with innovative skills that is going to add value to the children of Bududa. We also started a school with a partnership with a school from the US where John and Joyce lives. That's Arlington Traditional School. That's where their children were going, and that's where they got the idea. They were doing what you call reading challenge. This is where we challenge children to read over 50 books in a period of 3 months. We started with that. We started with kids in Bududa who could not read, who could not write, because they come from the same community where every other child comes from. But when we started in 2004, we started teaching children in English. You remember the curriculum of teaching children in their local language. For us on the onset, we started with English. And every child would listen to an English teacher, no interpretation. So when we had the regional challenge from our partners from the US, that is Arlington Traditional School, all our children were challenged to read books, and that one started every year. We do a reading challenge. We have just finished our reading challenge in this October. It has a theme. The theme has been the driving factor for our children. The highest child has ever read 700 books in a period of 3 months. So they start in July and the break is in October. That has been also a driving factor. So reading is key, writing is key, which is not in other schools, and also English, like I told you, is an instruction of teaching. We also, our system in place, we have our schools are ICT throughout. Right now, when you come to Arlington Junior School, including to the school where we are going, they use computers. So our children are IT are knowledgeable. Yeah. The teachers teach using computers. So the whole system from teaching to teaching staff, we are all computer literate. And then we also have our guiding principles in place, made by the board of directors. Our guiding principles that everyone has a culture. We have norms, we have values, we all take in principle. We have what we call ABCs of success. That is academic, behavior, and character. And this drives children from primary to university. We live as a family. So all our children know that character is very important because it will take you around the world. Behavior will take you anywhere where you want. So it is not basically only academic. Curriculum, sports and games, music, dance and drama. So our school has all those ones inculcated in the curriculum. So a strong curriculum, a strong system, very good head teacher, transparent system, the system is in place. We have meals, a hot meal in a primary school. An environment where a child comes in and the head teacher is there gate welcoming a child. So actually we have the schools, the best schools in Kampala is the Arlington Junior School and Material School in Bududa. That's the standard we have set for our children. A child comes to school knows they're going to have breakfast and lunch. A child comes to school knowing that they are going to find children in class. Our school has zero tolerance and absenteeism, and every day we record 100% teacher attendance and 100% also our children attendance across in the clinics, in the outreach schools, and all the administrators. So these are the things that have kept the standards and have kept us going. Then I think finally also is a system where every worker knows that they're going to be paid on time. Salaries are a must and they have to be there. So everyone is motivated.
Okay. I have a bit of a question when it comes to, let's say, the child of Omuntu Wawansi, because I can see all the things Arlington Academy of Hope has to offer to a child in Bududa district and probably even surrounding areas as well.
Yes, please.
Help me understand, because I know that also Arlington Academy of Hope has been investing greatly in helping vulnerable children through their primary education. How are you doing that? How are you able to also convince a parent Omuntu Wawansi to bring their child to Arlington?
So our program is helping a vulnerable child in Bududa, and this program stops in Bududa. Nobody comes out to Bududa. That's why the project or the program is in Bududa. Okay. The founders found it very important that other children can go elsewhere in the world and afford education. So the children who are coming in this school pay a minimum amount of money. They pay just a minimum amount of money and it's a flat figure for these parents who are peasants, who can sell a banana, who can sell bogoya, who can sell these cash crops to be able to pay their school fees. So the fees is affordable for every parent and for the children in the community. And the schools are purely a day school. So nobody comes outside to join the school. That's why only children from that area are being helped.
Okay, thank you very much. Now over to you, Milton. Just like any district, we have some school dropouts of children. How have you been able to address this issue in Bududa district?
Thank you so much. Bududa, like any other district in the country, faces this challenge of one, early pregnancies, and then early marriages. And also, some of them drop out because of lack of school fees. This is a very big challenge in our district and everywhere. how we have addressed this. We have gone out to talk to the parents. And one thing that I want to thank the parents of Bududa, a commitment to support their children in education. That's the bottom line. Many children, especially those in Arlington, parents have been able to support. They provide meals, you know, because it is a policy. And this is what we're encouraging other schools to do so. Because if a child goes to school and doesn't have a meal, definitely you know that whatever this child is learning will stop where in the class. In our local language, we have a saying that she monda, shititia she mumure, meaning that if the stomach is not satisfied, then the head will also not be satisfied.
Be empty.
So a child who hasn't taken anything is hungry, and the results that they will produce are hungry results.
Yes.
So I want to thank the parents who have been committed. Two, we have worked together with the community and the other stakeholders, make sure that those who defile our girls are punished through the courts of law.
Okay.
So the commitment, and the government has also supported this by providing teachers. Teachers also in government schools are being paid on time. And the only challenge that we're facing is the discrimination or discrepancy between the science teachers and the arts teachers.
Yes.
This is causing a lot of lack of motivation, but we're trying to address it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Milton. Now, as I know we can talk about this for over more hours, but just give us your final remarks. We'll start with you, Phoebe.
Thank you so much, Lauryn. We want to thank you so much for bringing us here. And we want to tell the world about our new secondary school, that is Hawthorne Scribner Secondary School. That's beginning next year in February, and that's now our main focus. Having had a primary school for all these years, having done all these projects for all these years, we have come here to appeal to the world, to the people of Bududa, especially, whether the school opens. The school we've been waiting for since 2007 opens next year in February 15th. We ask you to bring the children. This project is going to transform Bududa district, it's going to transform the region. It is going to change because over 200 people and the community around are going to get jobs. So Hawthorne Scribner High School opens next year. We want to thank our donors. We want to thank Holly and the Dean for giving us the money that brought the name Hawthorne Scribner High School. We want to thank Joyce and John Wanda, Reach for Uganda through President Dick Abak, for supporting Uganda, and we want to appeal to the world that come next year, bring their children. And we ask, because we are going for the two phases, the next phase of the construction, we appeal to the world or to the people in Uganda that bring your children. Bududa is a better place for all of us.
And to you, Milton.
Thank you so much. I want to extend our appreciation to the government of Uganda, and more especially to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for creating an environment where people, our children, are able to go to school, and also for encouraging partners to come and help us. I want to greet my people in Bududa who are in Kampala here and elsewhere. Thank you so much. I want to thank the district council which sat yesterday and passed a number of resolutions for the implementation in our district for improved service delivery. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, the Vice Chairperson, and all my voters in Bududa. I'm still there struggling for you, and we shall be there. I say this for God and my country. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving us some insight on the education sector in Bududa district. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto. UBC News Tonight, UBC Lunchtime News has come to an end. To enjoy much more of UBC Television's programming, have a good afternoon.